Media, something that we have been a part of and contributing to since the beginning of time. Today, we experience it through television, films, and music. With these different forms of media, perception has become a huge part of how we view media.
But none of us are just one color or one flavor. Otherwise, we'd be sort of one-dimensional. And that's what used to drive me nuts as an up-and-coming actor. My agent and I would get scripts, and we were always asked to read the black male character, all right, or the athletic type.
There is a lack of diversity. I think that regardless of the character, sometimes directors get in their head a vision of who they want to cast and build it around those actors, rather than thinking about what's the best person that would represent this character. So you have a lot of people in even major films now that are playing someone who is of Middle Eastern descent or African, and then, but it's a Caucasian playing that same part.
When I look at it, the nominations reflect the Academy. The Academy reflects the industry, reflects Hollywood. And then the industry reflects America. It reflects a series of challenges that we are having in our country at the moment.
I'm a black kid in a world where bad things happen to us. They can happen to anyone.
And that's why I worry about you, son.
And I worry about you too. But you gotta believe that you've taught me enough to be careful.
In the early years of TV, I don't believe there was a good representation of other ethnicities because of issues like racism. I don't feel like they believe that a lot of black people were competent enough or even just wanted to give them a chance to be in TV, so absolutely not.
I think that today there is a good representation in television of minorities in terms of different ethnic backgrounds and also of different sexual orientations. I see a lot more of openness with shows like Modern Family, where it's okay to have people from different backgrounds. The problem I see with television casting is it tends to become almost too stereotypical, so there's not a deep character that has a real unique life.
And I think what I'd say is this: there is a sense in which every time we do this, and this is only the second time in 20 years, I mean, the first was Margaret Cho's All-American Girl, this has taken essentially a generation for Asian American families to be on primetime network TV again. It gets better, and this show in particular, I think, is about as hard and as raw and as authentic to the struggle that Asian Americans have in particular as you can get on, 8 o'clock Tuesdays with an 11-year-old kid's star.
I come from where you didn't see any minorities, any black people represented with anything connected to beauty.
All you see is it's really one way. You know what I mean? I feel like they see a lot of white females and really light-skinned females as what the bar is, for what beauty is. And so like a lot of, darker tone women, I'm just gonna go for women right now, for instance, don't feel like they can compete.
The notion and the standard of beauty for so long has been blonde and blue-eyed that we would not have had a place. I mean, we didn't have a place for black models, forget about multicultural people. So no, it's just the timing is right, and the most celebrated beauties now in Hollywood are Halle Berry, Jennifer Lopez, Lucy Liu, including Cameron Diaz, who have Spanish. So the neighborhoods have changed, the standard of beauty have changed, and women now are defining beauty in their own terms.
And now you see a myriad of people, and I think they go out of their way to make it so that no one is left out of the demographic. And that I think it's a really good development, because in commercials, I see everybody represented, which is a good thing. I think, we're enlightened to the point that it's okay to be in your own skin.
Through the years, perception and representation through media has changed. Are there still some differences? Yes, but now there is an opportunity to open up discussion about portrayal and representation of all ethnic groups.